Hello, happy holidays. It's Marla Diane, and I'm coming to you from Palos Verdes, California. This, though, is Florence, Italy, one of my favorite places. Um, anyway, I'm here, obviously, hauled up in California, not able to travel, but here we are. So, happy holidays. So, I have an acronym for HOPE, and that's helping others prosper and evolve. Helping people reach their potential is my passion. It's what I live by. It's what I value. It's what lights me up. This year has been a tough one. No matter where you are or what you've been through, 2021 holds the promise for something better for all of us, right? I live in that space instead of the fear and the worry and the doubt, because that can really take you down. So I hope you can see some hope as well. So have you heard of the phrase, right? Our mess is our message. Our mess is our message. Think about the universal theme to that, because what it says is what's personal is universal. But challenges that we have in our lives on an individual basis is also shared by thousands of others, meaning you're not alone, right? And as a coach for 12 years now, most of my best training content, right, came from my own challenges, came from my own healings, right? In other words, I had to be there in order to coach it, right? That's the integrity and the relatability, right, in coaching. So follow my story here and what's been happening lately for me. I know you relate. So I attended this healing workshop last weekend on Zoom with Catherine Woodward Thomas. You may know her. She's world renowned, right? Metaphysical therapist, coach, right? She's lovely. And she pointed out this one missive, and it says, if nothing else, 2020 has taught us that our relationships matter. Not that we didn't before, but they really matter. In fact, social isolation, she says, has been the wake-up call for many of us to reevaluate what truly matters. Right? You know what it did for me? It's brought us to our knees. It's humbled us, and we're grateful for the chance to reevaluate and perhaps recommit, right, to deepening ourselves, our relationships, right, with each other. So she she proposed a few profound questions I want to share with you that really hit home with me, because at the time last week I was in burnout, right? Because of the whole pandemic and the impact on the quality of our lives, mainly of our connection. So anyway, she asked what qualities of character have you gained during this pandemic, right? And how, right, will that change moving forward, right? So think about that. What qualities of character have you gained or deepened, right, as a result of this year? My answers were this: more vulnerability, right? Forgiveness of myself and especially others. And number 3, which is the most important one and kind of the core to my message today, is appreciation of my personal relationships. I got really disconnected from them, right, and from my heart. So last week was probably the most challenging emotionally and mentally since March for me. The pandemic finally took its toll on me. I was in burnout from not having a quality, right, of life that I'm accustomed to in terms of human relationships and human connection, right? So what did I do? I picked up the phone. I reached out to my longest known friend from high school. We had a falling out last year, after 48 years. Right? So I called to make amends and to request to start a new and improved relationship. Right? During our vulnerable, truthful, and it was pretty truthful. There were times it was kind of touch and go. Some things were relieving, some things were painful, right? But we had an amazing healing that occurred for the both of us. Right? My heart opened back up, and that numbness from the burnout lifted. I'm so grateful as a result of this call that my best friend from high school was back in my life, right? Our relationships, everybody, they're so precious. And I'll tell you, it was incredibly healing for me because 2 days after that phone call, I was just feeling so amazing and so much better. And all that was a matter of making a phone call and reconnecting, right? I know it can be a real tough one. But what I do encourage you to now have the courage, right, to do it. So all this to say is that I believe that the enormous change that's been going on for us, it's requiring us to heal ourselves, right, and our relationships perhaps like never before. Right? The negative energies are being brought up, right, to cleanse and make room for the new, right? It can be very liberating and very healing, just like I experienced with this one, right, relationship. Perhaps there's a relationship in your life that needs mending. So take the leap and trust. It takes deep courage, I know, everyone, but it's worth your happiness. Yeah? So again, this is a profound time, right, for healing relationships. Humanity is going through, again, a major transformation in how we live, how we create connection, and how to have a quality life. So this leads me to why it's vital for you to heal your relationship with money, right? How you think, how you act, right? How you feel about money. No different than when you're interacting with a human being, right? You're in relationship with money. And I know you know that, typical fears and the worries and the doubts and perhaps frustration, disrespect, maybe there's anger, maybe there's shame, guilt, right? These all have a profound effect, right, on your bottom line as an entrepreneur. It's not just the marketing. It's not just making sure you're in the right portfolio investment. This is huge. There's more to it than that. Money is the most profound, right, relationship you will have in this lifetime, next to yourself, your higher power, and your significant other. What you think about that? Have you ever really considered, right, that you're even in a relationship with money? I know I didn't 10 years ago. Like, what? I'm in a relationship with money, right? And I didn't until my mentor, right, 10 years ago, coached our women entrepreneur community. I was floored by even the thought, like, relationship with money. I mean, I definitely wanted to change things, but it never occurred to me to put it into that paradigm. So, here I'm thinking it was just a tool, was something that you had to get really good at, right? With numbers, how you sold, how you bought, all those things, right? How you saved, and how to be a good steward of money. And then as she explained that we have these habits and behaviors and mindset and a belief system about money, right? And it's running our lives kind of silently. It's like the computer program in your laptop or your phone. It's running behind the scenes. And so this is exactly what's going on is your money program, your money belief system is running your life. Take a look at your relationship with money, the bank accounts, your relationship with numbers, etc. Right? So we adopted this belief system, whatever it is for you, years ago in childhood. Right? It's no fault of anyone's. Right? So here I sat there in 2010, the first time connecting the dots, why I had money issues, right? With my worth, my value, what I charged for my services, and why I gave away my power to men, right? When it came to money. I was like, this is so unacceptable. Right? As I was connecting the dots, it was like the light went on. Because I had this kind of low, shameful vibe I carried around with money, right? I expected, a man to be the smarter one about money, even though I raised my son as a single mother, right? Gave him a good life, right? And I even gave myself credit, right, for being a good steward of money while doing that. But my money goals continue to elude me, right? There was this elusiveness about it. And it was the messaging of well-intended parents, right? See if you relate with this. The messaging of well-intended parents and society that literally was passed on to me, imprinted upon me to be independent, to be smart, but you'll need to rely on, in my case, a man for higher money success in a relationship. That's for heterosexual relationships. Apply this to any one of your relationships that you have. So that mixed messaging can put any driven, high-achieving woman in a tailspin and question her worth. And that's exactly what happened to me, right? Can you relate? So I said to myself in that training back in 2010 that if this was all true, I got some serious changing to do. So I began what became 2 certification programs in teaching then this incredibly life-changing content. And I had to also heal my relationship before I could do that, right? So fast forward 10 years later, I am honored, right, and privileged to continue to help my entrepreneur clients heal and begin, right, a new improved relationship, right, with money. Just like what happened with me with my high school friend, is that we committed to having a new, improved, right, and a recalibrated relationship with each other. It's the same thing with money, right? So let me give you a quick client story. I asked my recent wealth manager financial planner client, right? I asked her, what's your current self-talk about money after several weeks, right, of us transforming her relationship with money? And here she said, I love this, she's such a hoot. I'm a kick-ass woman that deserves a seat at the rich lady table. I can turn my thinking around anytime I want. High vibe thinking and feeling draws opportunities and money to me, and I receive it with gratitude and excitement. Right? And she's, again, a wealth manager. So prior to being coached, she literally had a challenge attracting high net worth clients because of her own, right, lack of belief in her self-worth, right, and her value and her confidence. Within 30 days, right, of a longer program, her first 30 days, she secured the largest client of her entire 10-year career at that point. Talk about manifesting and talk about work. Wow. Right? So I have plenty more stories like that. I mean, they come in every week for the last 10 years. You can go find that on my website. Go read that. It's under the results page at marladiane.com. So let's talk about tangible results. What does that mean, right, when you heal your relationship with money? And that is this: security in cash flow, right? More consistent cash flow, clearing of blocked money patterns, higher, more consistent revenues. And again, this is in the middle of a pandemic, everyone, right? This is not using that, if you will, as a reason not to succeed, right? So hang in there. Raised credit scores and credit cards paid off. I'm taking this from a list of things that have happened to clients as a result of them, right, changing their relationship with money. New home purchase, largest weekend revenues ever, securing largest client, like I just shared, confidence in sales, offering higher rates, self-worth increased, empowered to be in relationship with their numbers. The list goes on and on. So again, the bottom line is for an entrepreneur is that our belief systems around money affect our bottom line. Right? It's not just, again, the marketing. It's not, investing in the right portfolio, not just any of that. That's part of it. But it begins with your condition of your wealth consciousness. Right? So the sooner that you can up level it, right? How you act, how you think, how you feel with money, the sooner you will see significant change. Right? So when you replace your old money stories with this, these are my 3 important truths about money. That money is a blessing. It's a tool, right, for the exchange of goods and services, and it's a renewable resource, and it's a tool to fund your dreams and your goals. That's it. Everything else, everybody, everything else is a judgment that you've learned. It's a behavior that you've learned. It's a mindset that you picked up, right? You have the opportunity to choose again and learn and recalibrate it, right? So I'm inviting you to next Monday, the 21st, December 21 at 1 p.m. Pacific, is I am giving an informational Zoom session. It's not a webinar. It's an opportunity to come and talk to me, right, and ask questions about my money transformation program. It's my annual money transformation mastermind program. It's 6 weeks. That's it. Just 6 weeks to literally collapsing your time frame of your goals and changing your relationship with money. And so I'm giving you the opportunity to come to the call. It's a private call. It's an invite only. So I'm inviting you. I'll tell you in a moment how to go about doing that. Is that it'll give you the opportunity to kind of get a feel for who I am, ask questions, see if this is a fit for you, the 6-week program. But it's annual because at the beginning of every year, I see remarkable results for clients. So I am continuing to offer it. But I really want you to have the opportunity, right, to ask questions. Because I've had people email me, send me questions on social media about the program. So I figured, you know what, let me open this up. Let me invite you to a Zoom call where we're going to have a conversation, right? It's not going to be a webinar, right? 2021, right, will require you to be more innovative and more clear in how you make, earn, and save money, right? And that's where the program, right, the 6-week program will lead you. Right? So again, the call is designed, this is again Monday, December 21 at 1 o'clock, is it's designed for entrepreneurs in business 2 to 15 plus years, and they're requiring, you want to move to the next level, but you're stuck, right? You're wanting a breakthrough. You're wanting to move to the next level of revenues, of your relationship with money, right? How to have a more healthy relationship with money, if you will, and all those results that I just kind of listed. So it's for entrepreneurs that have been in business at least 2 years, right? All the way up to can be 15 years. So again, you can come to the call, you can ask questions and so forth. So all you need to do is fill out a simple form. The information, the link is below in the details. If this is on Instagram, it's in my profile. If you go to my profile, there's a link in my profile. And all you need to do is fill out a name and an email, and you'll immediately be sent, right, a confirmation email with the Zoom link. And that is then your private invite. All right. So I'd love to have you there. I'd love to connect with you, answer any questions. I'd love to obviously mentor you in the beginning of the year for the 6-week program. And so I wish you a beautiful holiday and an even better 2021, right? with a new relationship with people and a new relationship with money. All right. Take care, everyone. I'd love to see you on the call. All right.